Hey, I forgot to bring my cup. Wait,
Wait, you forgot to bring your
have you
cup.
started recording? Yeah, I forgot to
That's
bring
how
my.
you want to. That's how you want to start.
Yeah. That's how you're gonna do your run
Fantastic.
in.
Fantastic. Yeah. As usual, I'm keeping it.
Okay, fine.
Hmm.
Okay, I've got a ducky here for
Oh
Okay.
no
my
apparent
god.
reason.
What is that?
Your name is making me hungry for some reason. For anyone who wants to know why that's his name, go and ask him yourself. Yeah, I'm not going to
I don't want to get
generate
involved.
any
Got nothing to do with me. Disclosure, this channel
this-
has nothing to do with Pio's name.
Okay, going back to selamat datang. Welcome back to the Fantasy Football Kopi Kakis, your favorite FPL podcast where strategy meets Kopi Talk, where Kopi keeps us going strong, but not Tongkat Ali. We're down to the wire, guys. It is game week 37, the last two game weeks of the season, and things are heating up faster than my copy in the microwave. Now, whether you're actually chasing mid-table glory or still in the cup for some reason, and or you're just trying to avoid last place this week, this is the podcast for you where we talk about the best strategies, the best players to pick in the upcoming game week. So grab your copy, relax, and then let us start our discussion this week. So, how are you guys? Good?
Hey, man.
Ready to talk about your great game week so far?
Wow, game week 36 was horrible. And now I'm just looking forward to 37 and 38 and to finish the season as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Aiya.
On that note, we're going to jump straight in. So, in this upcoming game week, these are the top transfers out. Any surprises here? Why Isak? Why is Isak going out?
Hmm. That's a really good question. Mamush, I think is for obvious reasons. Although he came on and showed his brilliance, I think in the last 10 minutes. I think a lot of Mamush owners were hoping that he came in and score an assist. But that was not to be because they were held back by Southampton 0-0 draw. Cunha also I understand he only came back with 0 points, I think. And I know one or two people who triple captain him. Okay, so that was the one of the worst triple captain. Brother Fauzan, I think triple captain also.
Yeah.
Was it with Lisa?
Yep. Stupid. Stupid. I wanted to. You had nothing to
Pio,
lose.
Pio, one
But this
times
is
three is how much?
differential.
Pio, 1 times 3.
1 times 3 is 0.
1 times 3 is 0.
That's
Koyak,
0 points
Wow,
for the super captain, bro.
wow.
yeah. Yeah, you know when you got nothing to lose, right? You try to do the differential. You
Yes,
know,
of course. You
allow
got
a
to be
dynamic.
differential lah. And then sometimes your
And then
differential
Okay,
don't
I'll
always
be
work.
playing my triple captain soon. Maybe not
Huh?
this
You
game week.
still have
Next,
the triple captain.
I
Wow.
still have one. Yeah, not that it matters. I should have played it on Shader, just like what we talked about last week.
yeah,
Hmm.
Solid Shader,
You
11
didn't
points.
you didn't take your own advice, eh?
talking
I
about
forgot to
talking
change
about
the captain.
11 talking about
Hmm.
Yeah,
11 points. I have 11 points on the bench. I have Burn.
I
I
have
have
17
20.
points on the bench with all my Aston Villa and Newcastle players. Can you imagine?
I
The
have
players,
23 points,
sometimes
bro.
wow, wow. Amazing. I
23.
had more points on the bench, I think, than those that were playing.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
okay,
I got a
but
-2 as well. Nico Jackson.
I think the main rule
yeah,
this season is to play the unorthodox players. The players with the difficult matches, they are the ones that are going to score points. Not the ones with the easy matches. Against Southampton, against Ipswich, they are
Mm.
they are all not returning.
I think
yeah,
at
man.
this end of the season, we need to play them, I think.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
what I mean at the risk of sounding like we don't know what we're talking about, but what I'm gonna say is that at the very least, I mean throughout most of the season, the stuff that we were talking about kind of works, but I think towards the end of the season it gets more unpredictable, and I think
Yes.
that's part of the charm in this kind of
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then let's move on to the top transfers in this game week. Okay, no
Anyway,
surprises here for
I
what
found out.
skins, man.
Yeah, sorry, Isa, I found out why people transferring out is because of their next two fixtures not so favorable. I think one is against Arsenal. Their next fixture is against Arsenal.
Yeah, correct. That's
And
right.
then their final one is against Everton. So
Mm.
yeah, so maybe at 9.5 tag, maybe I think a lot of them changed Isak to Watkins. That was a quick,
Mm.
easy transfer.
Okay, let's talk about this first. So about Watkins is, I mean, what was there to say? Rashford is still out, and a lot of goals, 16 goals and 7 assists this game, this season so far. I think he's flying. No
Mm.
surprises there. Bowen, Pio has been saying good things about Bowen all past few weeks. Beto, your favorite, Tefi. Beto going against there's Southampton hoping to score because he scored in the last 2 games also.
Yeah,
He's
last
been
last
scoring.
Goodison game. Last Goodison game. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the final game at Goodison Park
Mm.
before the stadium closes.
Okay, but
He's
why
been
why
reserved for the
why?
women's team. He has been reserved for the women's team now.
Oh,
So
I
finally, the
see.
women's team in Britain, this is the first club that has a stadium officially for the ladies team. So now Everton has two
Hmm.
stadiums, Goodison Park and Bramley Moore Dock.
Whoa, steady. Way to go,
Okay.
all the feminists who are listening in.
The Toffees. Mm. Oh, by
So
the
we
way,
cannot win. We cannot win in the men's league. We will win it in the women's league.
Yeah. Hey, but what do you call a female Everton fan?
Oh no, is this a joke?
ayo,
No, I really
No.
wonder because you call them
brace
coffee.
myself.
Are they called
Oh no.
candies?
What's I don't
I didn't even
I
get it. I didn't
what
even. Oh, because
what's in your
toffees,
cup?
is it? Toffees, is it? And then it becomes
Yeah, yeah.
candies, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Ah, okay, 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 okay.
Just gotta go caffeine
I
free.
I wonder what's in your cup. Okay,
Can I have
so
Clearly,
some of what you're
clearly,
having, Kopia?
clearly no caffeine though.
okay, but for here, right, one thing that surprises me is that Vardy has not made this list because we're thinking that
Yeah.
this is a legend that is actually going to say farewell to his fans and talking about the last game potentially because it's
Yep.
been mentioned, right? Pio mentioned earlier that he may not play that very last game, so he
Apparently,
might
Yep.
want
some news
to,
has come out to say that he will not play Game Week 38.
which
So
means
Game
that
Week
this is the
37 is his
last.
last one to
And
get that
Mm,
one goal to get 200 goals. He's on 199
mm.
now in the Premier League. Yeah. So hopefully he gets it
okay,
lah.
so yeah, that's I mean another legend is saying goodbye. That's sad, but at the same time we hope to see him perform. But I see, even if he scores, is he just going to score one goal and then stop? Because 200 looks better than 201, you know? So,
You never
so
know.
that,
He might just get a hat trick.
oh, yeah. And
True,
all the
true.
And they're
penalties
playing.
give to him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and they are playing against Ipswich.
Yep.
So again,
Quite, quite a good
it's
chance.
the
Yeah.
two bottom two teams.
Yeah.
They're
And
just playing for pride. Yeah.
Ipswich has not had a clean sheet the entire season. So, yeah,
Mm.
we shall see.
So
Wow,
unless
that's a good stat.
anyone having Liam Delap, no.
Yeah.
He's also not been scoring. Only the first 4 or 5 games I had him. After that, that's it.
Once he found out United were coming for him lah.
Mm.
Hmm.
Tried to show
Okay.
the exact talent that Man United needed, not scoring
Mm.
goals.
Exactly. Hoyland is showing him how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, okay, so moving on, this would be the best game week 37 wildcard team. Any surprises here, everyone?
Actually, I was quite surprised with this wildcard team, Gameweek 37. There are players in there that let's start off with the front line, right? Watkins, we saw, and we saw Beto. A lot of people are bringing in. I think it's because of the game against Southampton. I will caution against that because Southampton kept a clean sheet against Man City,
Mm.
so you never know how. How Everton is going to perform. It's although there's no pressure, right? But it's still the last game of the season. They do not want to lose, but then Southampton may go there to prove a point. So you never know how that works out. And just for the record, Southampton has won 2 of their games at Goodison Park. This particular 2024 and 2025 season, I think once in the League Cup or FA Cup, and then the other one was in another meeting somewhere. But they have not been beaten there, lah. I mean, they have not been beaten at Goodison Park. So just be careful. If you're wishing for Beto. Um, I'm surprised that Salah is still in there. From this AI team, I think it's generally because of his season long ability. But he has
That's just
blanked
maths.
for the yeah, it's just mad. So I think he has blanked for the past 5 game weeks. I wouldn't bring in Salah. But other interesting thing is that Munoz is still in there. Pio will have something to say about that. And we have Van Dijk and Brentwaite from Everton, and Henderson as the keeper from Crystal Palace. Pio, you have something to say about Crystal Palace players?
Well, I feel that it may be wise to stay away from Crystal Palace because they are playing the FA Cup match final first this Saturday. So they are playing on Tuesday and Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and I think Man City is playing on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Yeah, so that's it. That's their final match for the season. After this, we are not sure. Maybe Glasner may try to play the youth team and all that just to bleed in the new players, the young players, to see whether just give them experience because Crystal Palace are safe. They've got nothing to play for already. It's all wrapped up by then.
Mm,
So I would exercise some caution in bringing in Crystal Palace players, particularly
mm,
because they are playing after the FA Cup match. If they are before, then maybe he may still want to give them some minutes and all that. But
yeah,
after, same for
yeah,
City. But City, I think, just play for pride. Lah. They want to stay in that fifth, in that Champions League spot, which is very. City has more of a reason to play their full team because they are quite close in terms of losing out the Champions League place.
right, right. So I
Mm.
think as what Pio
Mm.
mentioned, I feel that this game week 37, 38, if you're chasing for places, go with your gut feel rather than with the AI team. Go for the differential. Don't stick to the ordinary. You got nothing to lose anyway. Go for the teams that have something to play for. Like Aston Villa, Man City seems to be going all out. Um, what are the Newcastle, Chelsea. I think these are teams that will have a lot to play for because they are chasing for the Champions League.
There we go. Thank you, Fonzie, for the league table. There we see. You can see how close Champions League spots are up to the fifth place right now, currently. And that's assuming one English team has already come in. So there are six English teams that are going to be in the Champions League spots. Of course, that includes those who need to qualify for the Champions League place. Lah. So as you can see, Chelsea are on 63, and then City are on 65. They've already dropped points against Southampton, an easily winnable match. I don't see them dropping any more points for the last two game weeks. So they are going to go all out for the last two matches, and Haaland is going to be starting every single one. That he's still the most prolific goal scorer currently.
Mm.
So
So
yeah,
you
speaking
can.
about yeah, what?
Oh no, no, please continue.
No, I was just saying that we're on the topic of goal scorers. So,
Right.
bringing on this goal scorer odds at game week
Mm.
37, these are the
Right.
players that are likely to that their chances of scoring.
Firstly, I would like to thank the Fantasy Premier League website where we get this information from.
Mhm.
So we have borrowed some of this information from the Fantasy Premier League website that has given us this information. So we are making use of it to help our viewers to make their decision. So yeah, just making it official that I'm thanking their site.
Mm.
So, but
Thank
you can
you.
see besides the AI team, right? The AI team did not have Haaland inside. Um, and Salah is still there in terms of the odds of scoring against Brighton. Mamush is also there, but his minutes may be limited, and it's up to you whether you want to make that decision to put in a player that may not start. So if it were me, I would just go for those that are they have something to play for, something to motivate them, and then you know things that they need to go for lah. Otherwise, I think I would avoid Mamush lah. But then again,
Mm.
But looking at here, I mean, some of the people that we're looking at are still on the list. Like, as we mentioned, Vardy because of his final game, and then after that,
mm,
we have Watkins. There's another popular one there, but there are some, like for example, Palmer, because it's estimated as an easy game against Menu, right? But I know people would have
54%.
been, yep,
People
54%.
all brought him. They brought him by the bandwagons, man.
Mm,
After the previous match, and then the last match, he turned up with a blank again. So
blank. Yeah.
I, I mean, yes, it's United, and it's United at Chelsea. So you can try to bring in Palmer, but I think Neto might be a better option because he is a differential for you, and Neto is much more
Yes.
advanced as well. and
Mm,
Nkuku is injured and all that. So Neto is pretty, and there's no the Jackson fella, Nico
mm,
Jackson, because he just got a red card, so he's suspended. So Neto might actually be the starting striker, and
Mm.
that's a
mm.
midfielder playing a striker's position. So good chance of him scoring against United.
Right.
Okay, and by the way, that's about all that we have this week. But we want to say that we have heard your feedback, and some of you are calling out for a sort of summary page at the end of it that can kind of give you the our best picks for the week, our best suggestions, and we have heard that, and we will look at it. It's something that we will consider. Thank you so much for the feedback, and carry on to give us feedback so that we can carry on to improve with each coming game week and with each coming season. By the way, this is
Mm.
our 25th episode. Right,
Wow.
25 episodes in.
Wow.
Been
Well
doing
done,
this
guys.
consecutively
Wow.
for about
Thank you for
25
watching us.
yeah, for the people who have watched us every week, thank you so much. We know that we are a young channel. We know that we are new to this game, and we know that there's much for us to learn. But thank you for the undying support and for the feedback that you give us. It means a lot to us that there are people who are actually doing this. I mean, we are here enjoying ourselves talking, but at the same time, we appreciate the fact that there are people who take time out of their lives to spend the evening or spend that 15, 20 minutes with us. Thank you so much.
And
All
I
right.
just got one question before we close.
Is it
Have you
nothing
guys
to do
heard?
with Popiah?
Oh, I'm really starting to laugh. I don't know why.
I haven't even said anything yet.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So there's this new bra that came out. Have you heard about the Spurs bra?
Oh no. Oh
Have you heard
no.
about it? A lot
Yes.
of people are talking about it. You know why?
Why?
They are.
Because
Okay, I won't
the
spoil
bra,
it. Go for it.
because the Spurs bra offers a lot of support, but it has no cups.
Goodness. Oh my god, please end it now. Please. Thank you, everyone. So don't forget to click like, subscribe, and share. We really appreciate it. All right, and
Spurs
yeah,
are going
we're
down,
on the way
man.
to 60 subscribers. So please, please help us put us out
United
of
in the
our
Champions
misery.
League.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thank you, guys.
watching Nanda's
We
therapy
appreciate
session every week.
it.